Ba 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 ba. That was my fanfare. A work in progress. Oh Jesus! My God! Thank you so much, Laughing Man. Goodness gracious. Thank you for gifting subs to the community. I appreciate it so much. Oh man, I hope you enjoy what I draw today. And I hope everyone has a good day. If I don't see you past the beginning of this stream. But what is the beginning of this stream? Well, there's one thing we've been doing recently at the beginning of the stream. It's the only thing we do at the beginning of the stream now. Before we move into the main point. It is... not this. It is...
Thanks.
Firefox. Cropped. Source. Kiseikido. Thank you so much for gifting subs to those without them as well when you see them. It's great when no one has to look at ads. I hate ads. Wish I didn't have to run them. And I appreciate that you allow others to not have to run them. So, Kiseikido. On a tangentially related Kiseiki stream. Because I'm drawing Rose. Rosalia Rose Lady. So... Rose. I'm just gonna throw out a wild guess and say... Gilbert. No. Gun? Noelle! Female gun. Above 0, below 18. Muse! I did it! Yay! I'm getting good at this, guys. She does say that. Yeah, oh, man. She does say that. It's cut off, too. So we don't really know what she says in full, but she does say that. Hold up. I don't think... I mean, it's funny that we can't see the whole message. It's funny that we can't see the whole message. What did Reen say that made Muse say that? What is she responding to? What did she twist the words of Reen? What words did she twist into this? It was a side quest, I think. Good gracious. Alright, so that was Kiseikido. Easy run. Welcome to drawing. Today, I wish to draw Rose laying on her little princess bed, kind of sleeping with like that stupid drooling smile on her face while hugging a mishy and sleeping. So that's kind of what I pictured in my head. How well I can put that on paper here or canvas, digital canvas, we'll see. So I guess I'm just going to... I'm not going to sketch what the pose and all that yet. I want to It almost said that. Oh my god. Let's see. So I went before stream, I went into a Cold Steel 4 with free cam and took screenshots of all the mishies, Rose's bed, Rose herself to make sure I get the hair right. Maybe I'll put the necklace that she wears, keep the necklace on her. And I have a bunch of screenshots of like old-fashioned nightgowns, which it just feels like that's something she would wear, being an old vampire. Also, we're in like a mixed modern technology with medieval architecture and fashion kind of world. So that kind of older. Here, I can show you guys what I have. Just flash the pure wrap up. Right there. A nightgown. So I'll sketch a nightgown quick. So I have a understanding of how to draw it. And then I'll sketch a couple mishies. And then I will probably get the pose and the bed and everything in. Decide what kind, where the camera would be, where our perspective is. And like, oh yeah, I also need to bring in, I have some other references too. I need to bring in Rose herself, of course. Rose. Thanks for the lurk, Laughing Man. I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. I appreciate the subs. Let's see. That's a good reference. This Rose reference. Her eyes. I got a screenshot of her mid-blink. Got a screenshot of her hand, because it looks like her nails are kind of reddish pink. Either she colors them or that's just what color they are. Her hair has this... Is her fanner gonna be here blinking as well? I don't have any other reference, so I don't know how to draw her eyes open. I have a bunch of references. Want her official art? No, it's fine. I have her 360. I've like 6 images of her screenshotted from the game. This image. Selection crop. Crop image. Oh, very good. Okay, so I can just make sure I see all these roses close together. convenient that... Very nice feature that PureRef lets you crop images. I remember doing it once before. Sometimes, like, if screenshots from games end up as... like, the majority of the image isn't what you intend to use as your reference. Sorry, Emma, you're getting cut out of this screenshot. You're out of here. Later, Jen. Freelance day. Have good work. Stay safe. Don't get lanced. And your jousting competition. Okay, so I've cropped all those. I want to keep all the mishy images. I'm gonna keep uncropped. Ooh, because I think I want the reference of the room around it for the atmosphere, the aesthetic. So let's start sketching some stuff. So we want to sketch a nightgown for Rose to wear. And of course it's going to have a mishy theme to it. Where would I draw mishy on a nightgown? Maybe there would be like, okay, so let's get a basic shape of a nightgown then. Before I go too in-depth and trying to make it fancy. So I see several kinds. There's some that are... So if this is the neck hole, there are some that are frilly just all the way around. But there are some that are more square. And then have, like, this extra layer of padding around it. Which has, like, intricate designs on, as well as frills out from it. So I like that approach. When I'm thinking about, would she, yeah, maybe like the square design. Or boxy design. So I'll focus on those ones. And it could be that on that square part, right? This is expected. Yeah, it could have like a little mishy peeking out. That's not mishy, but get my drift. So let's sketch that. Come on, Frost. So lay that out. Very baggy arms. But I think I want a short sleeve on it. Because she'll be absolutely strangling a mishy. So it'll be poofy arms, right? Poofy arms. Right, let's think about this in a better way. So we get the shape of it. This is the shape of the shirt. Like this. This is the shape of the nightgown. And then poofy shoulders. A square up here. Like that. I like a little... I'm seeing every single one of these references has a little tie up here. A knot, a bow. And then all of these nightgowns also have like a second, like a split layer here, the bottom. So they have this, and there's either a different piece of fabric splitting it, or there's like another layer on top of the lower layer that's like a frilled this, and I like that one. I think I need I think this one will be a nightgown that you pull over, not that you button up. I'm seeing some that button up, some that pull over. I think I'll do one that doesn't button up. I like, on one of them I see there is, the nightgown is made in sections. So in this case, you could do like, this section is right here. So this is a section of the nightgown, and that was like a nice, easy to cut piece that they put together there. It's probably stitched in the back or on the sides together. So if we have poofy arms, we have then a frill here at the end of these poofy shoulders. We'll have a frill here, a frill here. Now let's mishify this. Mishify, make it mishy merch. Let's go down to my mishy references here. I looked again and I saw that she also had a mecha mishy in her room. I found that. That was fun to see. One that I missed. Okay, I think I can use the mug here as a reference for what they would put on like, not the actual mask shape of a mishy. So it could be like, hang on, what rotates? Rotate this button. Okay. Man, technology, am I right? Be like a little mishy though, I guess. It would be like this. Smaller, like that, and like that, and like that. And then Mishy's eyes would be like this. Oh, that's hard to... It's a bit small, but I'm working in a small area. So just the idea of mishy here is important for now. So mishy there, just looking over the side. want to make it too complicated for myself, so I think just a simple mishy thing like that should be fine. I could, of course, like, just put Mishy's face on here as well. She would wear that, wouldn't she? From what I've seen of her collection. She would wear something like that. Okay, so we have the mishy gown. We've sketched the mishy gown. What does mishy tail look like? Okay. It's pretty simple. I think mishy tail is just a short that. So I'll sketch the back of this quick. It's not gonna be too much difference between the front and the back, except I think this will be higher. Don't need too much detail here. So this part is going to be like higher. I think the box part will end there. Okay, so we have that, and we have some frills around it. And then, because Mishy's on the front, it'd just be like a mishy tail on the back like that. Just like stitched on. Just another piece of fabric. Oh, this is an off vocals version of a song, isn't it? You can kind of hear it. So, I'm trying to look at how the folds work on this, and they tend to be long. Be like this, and then it would keep going further down. But because there's a tie here, it would like pinch there and then spread out from it. Just put some indications that there are lines, or there are folds in it. Okay, we have a mishy gown. You designed a mishy gown. Falcom, you need to put someone in this. Remodel it and put someone in it. Or I will. I'll put myself in it, I swear. I dare. I mean, I dare myself that you will not, I will do this. That you will not, you will care, you will look at this and, what am I saying? I dare you to dare me to put myself in this outfit. Okay, so we have mishy gown. That's happy. That's fun. That makes me full of joy. We have a few things around her room that we could consider having in the frame, if not directly interacting with our good Rose. We have the tin. The tin, the hammer tin. A little wider. The hammer tin. Great job, Frost. Beautiful work. There's a little mishy in the corner. There is then the hammer mishy. The hammer. She's holding on to that thing. Kind of turns sideways. Oh, Mishy's actually got a big tail. And oh, Mishy's got a bigger tail than what I drew on there. It's very fox-like. Oh, speaking of mishy, I'm thoroughly enjoying the Northern War anime. That being said, I am enjoying it, but it's not very good. As a Trails fan, I love it. There are so many references. It's got some funny moments in it. But overall, if for the story of it, I like seeing that what's happening in the Northern War. But I'm at like I'm at, spoilers a little bit. I'm at like episode 8, and the Northern War is just starting. There's only a few episodes left in the season. In the show. It's mostly been, hey, let's hang out in Ereboni and be friends while being angry at Ereboni at the same time. I do really like being able to see how things are handled outside of the game. Like, what do monster fights look like in actuality, and not the kind of suspension of disbelief that you have to give when you're considering stuff in within the game mechanics, right? That's lovely to see. I love that. That's really fun. Oh, there are so many Easter eggs. I'm sure I've missed some of them, but gosh, I've been noticing almost everything. Especially when they... It was hilarious. One of the episodes is basically, hey, Trails fans, you played CS3. Look at all these places. You've played CS 1 through 3, right? Look at all these places you've been. Look at that. There's also, like, a bunch of character Easter eggs, like Elisa and Sharon on the escalator. I definitely got Mishy wrong here, but that's fine. Mishy has a hammer. So Mishy has a hammer on a tin. There's a Mishy on top as well. It's like a star design. It goes all the way around the star design. So there's a tin I could implement, put in like the side sitting on the ground if I felt like it. The hammer is from, well, wasn't it CS1? Where you actually had the minigame during the festival? Yeah. Ew. Why is my... I think I fixed it. I must be like sweating. But I didn't touch it. I must have sneezed on it or something. On my tablet because it's sticky when I rub my drawing glove over it. Icky. And now I buffed it out or something. I don't know. I got rid of it. It's good now. That's one tin. There's another hexagonal. Tin. Like... Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful effort, Frost. Sure, that works. So we have a tin, and it's Mishy showing his butt. Not really, but he's facing backwards. So there's this one. Mishy, I'm just gonna draw over the tin because Mishy has a big head. I want to make sure I remember that when I'm drawing if I draw this in the actual piece. Some art I haven't seen. Mishy in a hot spring. Mishy with a staff. Mishy fishing with one snowboarding. Is it Is it just the art of all the the extra mishy series accessories? And then there's an advertisement because they gotta say Mishy Wonderland. Wonderland. From the CS2 era? Really? Okay. I've drawn them to the best of my ability. I know I can draw them. And we just have the Mishies. We have 4 Mishies that we'll want to draw in here. One in particular will be a big Mishy that she's strangling while she sleeps. So, it's the stuffed Mishy. Let's actually sketch it instead of... So it's like, it's got a big head. And a thin neck that goes straight into the arms. And it's got a plump body. And it's got its feet sticking out like this. As we've seen many Mishy merches. This is the standard Mishy merch that we've seen over the years of CS in different shops and such. Good bot. This is what Mishy's got, like a star design on the stuffed animals like this for the inner and outer coloration. The whiskers. We have a heart-shaped nose. A little more, just like straight up from this. It's not exactly, hang on, so it would be lower. Which means I would want to make the star shape lower. So there's a Mishy, kind of. A little wider towards the bottom here. Evil Mishy and Mecha Mishy have a belly button. Only evil Mishies have belly buttons, that means. If you have a belly button, you're evil. So that's Mishy, and Mishy has a tail in the back. Tail is like this, and it gets bigger. It actually goes up pretty high. It's a big tail. It's a fat tail too. I think I'm fine with this on the gown. I guess I could, like, make it sharp to reflect that part of Mishy. But I wouldn't put the extra part. I just wanted a simple single color. Just gray. Proven to myself that I can draw all these pieces. And this is the standard mishy. Other mishies can have I can just draw the other parts on this mishy to get the other mishies, like Michette, Mecha Mishy, and Evil Mishy. There's also the penguin in her room. I feel like if I'm gonna have that in the scene, it'll just be standing off to the side, menacingly. Okay. It's probably gonna be a multi-stream endeavor since I... Want any of the ones in the thumbnails? What? Let me look. I can just take this image and drag it into my PRF. Thank you. Higher res for each one? They're plenty high res. I like the one that's running and screaming. I think that's the one I'll have her strangling to death while she sleeps. Now, are these just images, or are there 3D models of these versions of Mishy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Just high-res PNGs? Oh, okay. Has Falcom put out figurines of Mishy? That seems like something I would purchase instead of like one of the other characters, just a Mishy. Plushies? I mean, that's great too. Are there any off-brand third-party sellers of Mishy plushes? Because Mishy looks like it's the coloration of Oodles, kind of. Kind of great. Okay, sketching time, sketching time. How complicated do I get? What is the perspective? How... I see some, but not really cheap. So I want the form of our dear Rose to be laying like on her side, and her leg is like that, and this is her upper body. Her head's somewhere up here. And her arm would be hugging a mishy. Mishy is like here. Since we're like looking side on, we don't really need to worry about too much perspective. I do want to make sure I can see. So we got that formed. She'll be laying on the bed. The bed will be... Does there need to be some perspective so we can see inside of her bed? Which has... Oh, right, her bed. So her bed is different. It doesn't cover too much. Her bed is like this. We have the bed. Be a little more comfy looking than that, of course. But over it is... a canopy. Question about your Cold Steel and Dev Room and Cut Content bot. Did you stream it before playing CS2? Yes, I think. Yeah, because we did all that stuff before going into the second game. Same with the CS2 Dev Room, but we haven't uploaded the... I mean, it's in a VOD, but it's not like uploaded as a main video. Okay, so that's her bed. So if this is her... That was your first time seeing Ymir? Yeah. Well... kind of, because I saw images of Ymir when I watched the CD drama, or listened to it, but it was put together by a community member who used images of Ymir as the background during certain scenes. The intermission in CS1 when they went to Ymir that we didn't get to actually see, they put it in a CD drama. So I saw Ymir in those images. Yeah, and it's different too. The CS1 version of Ymir is different, slightly different from what we got. Like, the position of some of the buildings, the footbath in the actual version we got is this standalone structure, separate from the building that it's connected to.
Thanks.
In the... It was an extra building too, yeah. They changed it so much, yeah. I noticed that there's one thing I missed out on when I was rewatching that VOD while I was, after I uploaded it to see if I remembered any of that stuff. There's one building in Ymir where I thought I couldn't get into it, but if I look at the upper left portion of the screen, it's just like a private home, I think. But if I look in the upper left portion of the screen, it shows there being a loading barrier. I just couldn't get to it by walking into it normally. So I could have character positioned into the private home. There probably wasn't much in there, but it's still, I missed that. I missed like that one thing, and that makes me sad. Thanks for gifting a sub to Abyssalithic. Abyssalithic. But you can't go to the tram station in CS2? Yeah, right? They have it all modeled out in CS1. It's so fun. Remember the Ulster CS2 CD drama? Yes. Did they use images of Ulster in that? The CD drama that was on YouTube used footage of Ulster from CS4 from the cutscene we saw. I had to edit over the whole thing. Oh, that's right. You sent me a personal version of it, right? So I wouldn't get spoiled. Yeah, that's right. Man. And that cutscene isn't very long. There's not too much to see. So that basically would have shown everything. So for this sketch, I think I'd want like this is the shape of the room. Like that. Looking over at screenshots from the game. It would be like this. So we're doing some sharp foreshortening on the room itself. Because then this is the boards of the room there. And this is like that. And it starts coming down the boards of the base of the frame of the room. And then we have, I want to draw this part because I want like the sun shining in. Or maybe the moon, like a red moon, a red rose moon. Or red moon rose, red rose moon. Rose is red with the color of the red moon. So we have so if this is like this, we have the drapes like this of the bed. So if we're looking in perspective then, we'll see like that. Goes pretty close to the side there. And then it goes up like that. So we will see her in perspective like that. But I think I want to make sure it's like it would be like I guess like that. So I'd bring this all the way down over here. Oh, that's too much. This one will be like this. Doesn't look too shabby. So bring it in perspective. Blah. Then we have the bed. Spreading out underneath her here. Once I get this sketched in, I'll decide how much of this I actually want. I can cut out a large portion of it. And actually, like, we're zoomed in further on Rose for this. So this is her princess bed. Hello. And maybe she's like kicked off her blanket a little bit. It's like bunched up down here. There is a head to this bed, but we don't see most of it. We see this part, I think. And now that I've drawn the bed this way, I feel like I want to draw the... Because it should come down about like a third of the way. But in the perspective here, oh, I guess that's right. I guess it's right. I guess the drape or the curtain, the whatever the princess curtain drape thing over her bed is right. Maybe. Maybe oh, I didn't make it tall enough is what it is. I think I want it like up here. I'm sure it's a great reference, but I have a reference from Trails already. In many different angles. Since it's exactly what I'm drawing, I don't know if I need the Toradora reference. Thank you, though. Alright, I want it to be higher, like that. Right, make sure it's lined up across. We go back, and we see it start arching up towards the back, where it is here, right here. This is the corner I want. Bolted to the wall. The spokes that come out here that hold it up. It was mainly for Taiga's sleeping pose? Oh. That wouldn't be a bad reference to have then. Oh yeah, look at that. That's basically exactly what I've lined out here. Pretty nice. She's gonna look big in this bed, but then you look at her bed in the game and she just has a small bed. Ow. All this drawing has made my shoulder hurt for the last couple weeks. Tiny bed for tiny vampire? Mm-hmm. took this. I think the bed is a tiny bit wider than this. Just a tiny itty bit. Free transform. Hold shift so it doesn't move. No. Widen it out a bit. Like. I don't need too much off to the side. The right side really just needs to be there to show that there's a bit of a window and the light's peeking in. So I want this to be a nice, pretty fan light. Shining and gleaming over her, shadowing her face. Shadowing the horrors of her strangling a mishy. That's the back of the bed. That means this needs to be the base of the room. It's fixing now. It feels better now. That, and then we can bring it down. Although this can come out a little more because it's actually a lot higher. It's taller than it is. Okay, let's go back because this. Wait, go for it. I want that erased up there. It is a lot taller. Then if I were to look at the image here, we might even see the top of the wall frame, base wall frame here. It's pretty tall compared to the bed. So then we can actually have it right like that. And then it goes all the way down. Okay, it's looking much better. Her perspective is fixing. This needs to arch out more because we are. Perfect. There's a massive pillar here. Goes all the way up to the ceiling. Into the wall and then comes out around this. Rather, this is stretch that shoulder. Yes, boss! I'm a monster. Like a monster noises. Same with here, there's a pillar that comes down here. Like that. Of course, this stuff comes around the pillar. Okay, now I can draw on that window. Which, if I draw to the... It's just barely in front of the corner of the drapes here. So if I go straight over and I come forward, we'll have a little bit of window peeking over here. Just a tiny bit of window. And that'll be showing some light in. And on this side, we'll have her table with some friends on it. It is taller than her bed. Okay. A mishy on here. Maybe I'll have the penguins on here staring over her while she sleeps. Big beak penguin. I like this. This is a fan art packed with stuff. A rose and a penguin and a whole bunch of mishies will be here. And her mug too. Her mishy mug can be sitting in front of the... Messy. Staff dropped on the ground. Maybe it's propped up right here. Her staff being propped up right here might be... I need a reference of what her staff looks like. Because she doesn't hold it while just standing around. Up there. We'll have a mishy like sitting up here. Maybe evil mishy actually will be like on this side. Can't see evil mishy's face, but you know he's there. He's got a little X at the belly button. Posted? Thank you. So there is a little spike at, or a little thing at the end here. And then we'd bring it up, and then we see the base of this part. So this... to that. There's like a dot, like a gem here. See, there's like a crystal. Okay, so it goes like, it spreads out from here. The staff is like a metal bar. It's much longer than this. Make it look better when I actually out more. There's a crystal that comes out of the center of it. It's like wrapped around this metallic embrace. And this crystal is like a butterfly around it. Okay. It's like a really basic. Oh, interesting. It's so cool to see it drawn like that, to see how it's like structurally sound and actually held together by the, I'm guessing like brass, the brass fixture of the staff part. Okay, evil Mishy over here. Is holding out a fork and a knife. So we have a fork. Like that. And the knife is over here. He's holding it, but we don't really see that if I do it with this perspective, but that's fine. Evil Mishy is over there doing his thing. Bottom of evil Mishy's head here. I guess we do see part of the knife. Because it would be nice to see, like, the bottom part of his evil grin. Perfect. So there's evil Mishy. Okay, and then I want to draw Mishy, the running Mishy face. So I just want to draw Mishy and then have draw regular stuffed animal Mishy, but have it have the scared running Mishy face. Okay. Perfect. So Mishy will be like the form of Mishy hugged here will be like bending, because her face is gonna be pushing Mishy's face, and the squeeze will be around the center. No, they can stay in the media channel. It's fine. There's no clogging happening. Thank you for checking, though. And then we'll have Mishy paw. The Mishy has interesting. There's like, see that Mishy. So Mishy's paw is, in the sketch, is just a paw, and like the drawings, right? There's Mishy paw, but on the stuffed animal, there's like it's a glove, because it then it closer resembles. But I guess there is like actual a thumb. It closer resembles the mascot outfit. So I'll make sure I do that And I draw it on here. She has... Their thumb is like a clenched fist. Mishy has a clenched fist in the stuffed animals. And the other one's gonna be like pushed into the body here. Her arm will probably be like crossing over. Her lower arm will be like this, and her upper arm will be the one squishing the center. So I can have one of the legs like it's like this, and then it's getting pushed down and bent. Because it's just a stuffed animal, it'll get pushed down and bent before it makes its way to its base. The other one, let's see if this is her arm, like this. The other one is being strangled here between her arms. It might be hard for you guys to see it because I'm not very good at sketching. But since I have it in my head, I can kind of see what's going on as I sketch it out. The other leg will be like pinched here. And then pushed outward before making it into the upturned paw. Poor Mishy. And I want to make sure I have, so this is Mishy. So this is Mishy face. This. Not facing us like the Mishy face is being pushed away. If I can, I'll make it look like the neck is being twisted. Let's look at the screaming Mishy. So it's the cat face is way up here. The nose is separated from the center. We have the eyes in a panicked, wide expression. Especially worried eyes, even though Mishy's eyes are always worried, they're especially worried in this. And then it's beautiful. The whiskers are way over here. Or the whiskers on the stuffed animal. They are... They start like here and go like this. That is a freaked out Mishy, dude. get the shape of mishy here, so I can remember what I was going for. So mishy is being squished like this. And the legs like this, and then it's getting pushed down from her arm. Someone take him away. Nope. Mishy is suffering the fate that all Mishys suffer. Death by squish by a 100-year-old vampire. And then this foot was funny because I'm having it like bend up and through the pinch of the arms. Like that. This is gonna take a long time, but I'm gonna love it when it's done. To redraw this penguin so a little taller so I can get the feet in, I think. Unless they can just fit as they are here. Like, kind of hanging off the table. That works. Oh, it has a little bow tie. That's cute. Like, I should have known. I've seen it so many times. Lord Ami? We are rats, we love cheese. I can draw some cheese for you quick. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, we could do like a wheel. Welcome to the stream. And here's the piece that's been cut out of the wheel. It's got holes all over. There's some cheese! I'll just make it yellow quick. Or like, I guess yellow is cheese? Sure. White? Maybe kind of a white yellow. Cheese! Add both to your stash. Yeah, okay. There. They're not on my screen anymore. You have them. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the raid. Welcome. You're playing some Skyrim. I hope you had fun. Please tell me about your playthrough. How modded is it? Or is it vanilla? What's your goal? What's your character? What's your class? My name's Frostique. I do art and I play Trails, the JRPG Trails on stream a lot. Today I'm doing a fan art of one of the characters laying in their bed with a whole bunch of stuffed animals of a mascot. I am I describe myself as a box fox. As you can see, I'm in a box. Good to have you around. Thanks for trusting your community with me. Good to have you. Welcome, welcome. And you were a fox, as it seems. Some mistake me as a cat. I've come to terms with that. I think that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Oops. I accidentally... Hang on, I want to redo. Okay, I didn't actually undo anything on my PRF. Okay. This cup, the mishy cup is very wide. It even gets wider towards the top. So it's like this, and then it gets wider towards the top like this. A little shorter. It's a shorter mug. It's wider towards the top. You look mistakable for either a cat or a mouse if you squint a little. You know, I could see it. Curly. Oh, I'm sorry about ads. They exist. Wish they didn't. If the mishy face is like this, or if the mishy mug is like this, and the mishy face will be like this. Wrong way. There's the mishy mug next to the Pangu. Someone mentioned something about art here. You're my following in a while. So I came to observe. Well, good to have you. Thank you for coming over. Yeah, so today I am drawing... Nox, try explaining what you're drawing. Sure, I can actually pull up the pure sheet. Today I'm drawing Rose from a game I'm playing. This character, who is this, on the surface, she acts as a stoic vampire, but in her room hides all these cute little guys. This Mishy. Mishy's the name of the mascot. These cute little dudes everywhere, including Tin. So she's got a hobby of collecting cute things. And here's her bed. So I'm drawing her in her bed, kind of sleeping, and I'm gonna have the sun or the moon shining in, and she's just surrounded by her plushes. So that's what I'm drawing. Bit of a mess right now. I hope I get out of the... This is what my room could look like. Man, if only we could all have a perfect room like this. We just have to put in the effort, don't we? My room's kind of boring. I have some cat stuffed animals. I have some cat pictures. I just like cats. As you can see, I've clearly avoided drawing the main subject of the piece, which is Rose. Because it's probably the hardest part is people for me. Kind of want to sure this is properly drawn in here. 'Cause this is gonna be like that. Oh, okay, I use this. So this. Okay, so we have that like this. We have our leg to our bed over here. Just do that on this side too. Looks like it has, if I'm not seeing it wrong, it like has it has a slight curve to it, like that, on the top. Like this, like just the tiniest curve. Barely. And then I absolutely destroyed it by, sketching many times over it. It's even more subtle than that. It's such a subtle curve. Like, if this is a straight line, the base of it is like right here. I just need to draw to that line. It's hard to do. We're doing art with a bite. Indeed. Bitey Rose Girl. Alright. I need to sketch in good Rose to the best of my ability. Usually, the previous time we've done art, it's taken us several hours just to get, like, I want to open this, please. Open and paint, please. Also, I need to save this, guys. I haven't saved this. Oh, that would be a tragedy if I lost it. Goodness gracious! Rose Murder Mishy. The name of this piece. Okay. Ba-da-da-da-da. And make sure it is a clip. I think I saved it as a clip. Perfect. Now, this took me several hours to draw the thumbnail for the Trails of Cold Steel 4 stream. This one took me, what? 2 hours 45 minutes or like 3 hours 15? And these are just characters without all the extra, there's no furniture or landscape. This one took me a little over 2 hours, right? 2 or 3 hours. So I'm contending with that time frame. And here I am trying to draw a full scene. And I haven't even started on the sketch of Rose. But I think this Mishy is turning out great. I can see Rose like her arm is gonna be like. Good job, Frost. Like. Why do I just keep saying like? Hand will be hold it down. It'll be squishing through here. Arm will be squishing through here and like just relaxing there. Or like holding on to the mishy. So we have that. Now I got a sketch. So this, I'm gonna make a folder and call it Rose. Because Rose just has to fit into here. I'm gonna... I had a bunch of layers for this. I mean, this is all just one character. A bunch of layers here. Look at all those layers. So I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna end up something like that just for Rose, I bet. Same with this one. Look at all these layers, including these extra folders in between. So, let's get rolling. Ask me what your character build was. Yes, Vanilla Skyrim. Playing an Argonian called Sniffs a lot. Extremely beautiful! Looks really fit her name. Leave this open to interpretation. It looks really fit her name. She's got a big snout. Got a big ol' snout. Big ol' scaly snout. Specifically the nose part. Big nose. Okay, Rose. I've been putting off drawing you. Luckily, the majority of the form of the body will be covered by a sleeping gown. But I still want to make sure I sketch in... have like that. So the arm I want is like squishing. She's a tiny thing with frail looking arms and legs, so she's got tiny arms. Other part is thanks for gifting a sub to Lord Dami. I appreciate it, Laughing Man. No more ads for you. See, this shoulder's like, yeah, pushed up a little bit. It'll be a little bit more down, but then it'll fold up. It's gotta go right. It's gonna be like this, and then like this, because it's pinching. And this head is going to be holding on to Mishy here. I do this. The thumb is on this side, okay. And thanks for gifting one to Ninzard. So she's got a tiny frame. An extremely tiny frame. But she's very long. So like this. But she's gonna be hunched over because she's, like, super comfy. There's that bean. Your hip bean. Less perspective on this. Or extra perspective. No, it'd be like, it'd actually be folded more forward. Just a little bit. There, that's what this bean is doing. So we have leg. Perspective is killing me on this. I don't know if it's her skirt or her hips are just a little bit wider than here. Don't have to worry too much about it because the power of the blanket covering the majority of her! Yay! Good job, Props. You think ahead, bud. Fudo stove. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What game she is from? I must know. Do you intend on playing it? Because I don't want to spoil you. It's pretty deep in the series. I guess you would find out anyways. It's from the Trails series. Very big head. Can I have a look-sees? Indeed. Do you want the specific game in the series she's from? Okay. Sure. She first shows up in Trails of... The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3, and then is a more stable character in The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. She plays a greater role. The neck is wrong. This because the neck is going to be like bent over this way so the head can squish the mishy. And she'll have like this stupid kind of drooling face on her with the little fang. She'll be like drooling. it'll be perfect. Okay. Now, she has... Her hair is going to be falling down, but she has hair that's styled. It'll be messy. It's like... It, like, swoops out and over her ear. I've been zoomed in quite a while. I don't know if this is actually gonna... The head's too big or what's going on. And then it, like... Her hair is, like... She has a whole bunch of different long strands. But there's one in particular that's interesting. It comes off of behind her ear and, like, swoops out. So I'll, like, put that there. Ambitious composition? Thank you. It's gonna take a very long time, but I'm very excited to work on it. Have you would you like the explanation of what I'm trying to do? I don't know if you know what I'm doing or not. You can if you've heard it or not. I can see the vision. Awesome. Yeah. I really just want to draw Rose absolutely strangling a mishy while sleeping. And it's turned into a little bit more than that. Dottie Bubba gives off fear and energy. Look at that. She's got the smile, the fang, and the drool while she drools onto screaming mishy. Absolutely the best. The perspective I have of her body is not the greatest here, considering the perspective of the rest of the scene, but I'm going to try to hide most of that with my blanket that's covering most of her body, so I don't have to worry about too much of the perspective. Just a little bit of it. Very difficult perspective. Yeah, for the body. For a body especially. That's what I'm most worried about, is the body. Luckily, I'm just going to cover most of it with a baggy nightgown. Which I have sketched up here. With mishy designs. Yeah, the only reference I'm missing, other than what Pauper posted earlier, when he realized what kind of a pose I was going for, he posted like Toradora, I think Taiga laying in her bed. I have a bunch of references of the characters and the mishy and her bed screenshots from the game that I took, as well as a bunch of different gowns. But boy, do I not have a reference for this perspective. Which is, I must take shortcuts. I must hide the body. So the gown would be like this, and it would like lower down to the body there. We'll have frills on this part, and then the gown is just covered by the rest. That would be correct as long as it's convincing. Exactly. Like lines indicating the form of the body underneath. Okay, what did I sketch this as? So I did a little low. Maybe like way up here where this section of that where the gown is. And like a puffy, very puffy arm. That, and it like hooks in, and we have frills on the arm. This part of the gown, which another puffy arm, but we won't see that part underneath the mishy. Sketch it in anyways. It's starting to look better now that the gown is sketched in. Beauteous. Beauteous! It looks good now! Just get rid of the body, the infringing body of the perspective, and now we look good. We just have like a vague line of a of a gown, and we're great. We're great. Yeah, this is gonna be a several stream endeavor. I just like Rose this much. Have you seen my, I don't know if you've seen, Yuki, my attempt at guessing if Rose was ever to be a real character in the game, what she could look like, based on the descriptions in the book that she first showed up in. I don't know if you've seen that. Checking up on my, what was that again? I don't know if you've seen, I've been pretty ambitious before. I don't know if you've seen, I really like Rose, but if you've seen my drawing of what I think Rose could have looked like when I had read the book, based on the description of her in the book, what she could look like if she actually showed up in the game, if she ever ended up being a real character. So I drew her before I knew if she was real or not. I don't know if you've seen that one. I did not see it. This was a long time ago. This is my interpretation of her based on the description in the book. It was a good time. I had all my references in Clip Studio instead of PureRef when I did this. Well, let's see if I can find them. Look at all these layers. Would be a good OC. We've joked about it, but it's become something serious that we're actually gonna do. I'm gonna make the outfit for my VTuber book that I was using. Here's this is Proto Elisa's boots from the CS1 dev rooms that I referenced for her boots. Here's a bunch of different hairs from the sketches from the Trails art. And I chose these ones specifically to focus on for, like, the fringe. This is what I came up with for the hairstyle. Would fit in right in with CS designs. Let's go! Thank you! I'm glad that's the case. That's a huge compliment. I'm doing my best to try to sketch out each piece of clothing. And I wanted to draw her in, like, a pose, but I never did. That's why I have the gun here. This was a really fun project. She's supposed to have, like, knives and her two guns. I think she had 2 guns in her coat. What the heck, Rose? What happened to your guns? Kinda insane because you really nailed some design choices they would later introduce in CS3, CS4. Heck yeah. And this was... I mean, I was pretty certain it would happen because of the way the book series have gone so far. But this was like, I wasn't even sure if Rose would actually exist or not. Bearbeat, no problem. Let's get the mishy smile on here. So it'd be like, let's say there's like a fold. So it'd be like this, like going into it. And you would have to see the rest of the mishy smile folded in there. I want to do that complicated. Split mishy. We won't see the little mishy I put up here. We won't see the tail in the back. Right here. That's fine. There are pieces of this outfit that those who watched the design process know exist, but we won't see them. Isn't that a fun concept? Alright, let's draw her a little more. Another sketch of her. You had to be there. You just had to be there. Let's go a little more in depth with her here. So we have topmost layer. This won't be the final line art because I will end up having to draw Mishy's legs in between the arms and stuff. But I do want to make sure this is like solid. Before Man, fingers... I'm able to fake it so well when I do big paws. On my model. But man, fingers are hard. inch in the clothing here, maybe? Just a little one? I'm gonna have to do some aftercare. Take care of yourself. Yeah, get some water, get some food, pet an animal if you got one. Definitely take care of yourself after a stream. Thanks for the raid. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have this fold right here in the outfit as she's laying here in the mishy face, separated by the fold, because why not make it more complicated for myself, you know? Why not? So there's like, here's the arm under the other arm. And this one's going to be like really clenching really holding on to the mishy. So I want it to be like folded in fingers. Fingers are folding, squeezing. There we go. That should be good. That, the neck, we just barely see a little bit of the neck there. Poofy sleeve. It's a ton of mishy merch. Well, yeah, it's everywhere. It's what happens when you're an 800-year-old vampire with nothing to do. You find some kind of thing to be addicted with. Or obsessed with, and I guess in this case it's mishy. There's even evil mishy sitting up in the corner. This is just a reference. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mishy articles, or pieces, articles of mishy. Are they articles of mishy? Sounds so cool. The mishy declaration. Okay, this needs to go. This arm is wrong. More like this. Do you know that what the penguin is referenced from? I've been told it's from another Falcom game, Spy. That's about it. Yeah, I don't know exactly where, but it's also, of course, like what Kia wears. Kia, where's the Zwei penguin? Falcon puts so many references, it seems. Okay, so we have the hair swooping back like this, creating her upper bangs. We'll make like a loose strand because she's sleeping, and that's cute. Sleepy, sleepy. Let's get the, so if this is the top of the head, it's like that. It would be more like, okay, a little less up here. That's the form of it. And then she has a central strand. Hang on, where's my reference? Like this. She has this coming down. She has like, but it's gonna be, since she's laying like this, it'll be like over her eye a little bit. She has a central strand that comes down. Here we go. Like that. And then here's her ear. She actually has a little bit of a sideburn here, what it looks like in her model right here. Boom. Underneath this swoop, she has a little bit of a sideburn. And then of course this very iconic silhouette creating piece of her. Behind her ear, the swoop down. Save? Oh my god, yeah. Into the, like, it swoops down and out. Yeah, it is pretty decent. I've had a couple instances where it like crashed or Dusty pressed some buttons and it backed up it backed up the... I just had to reopen Clip Studio Paint, and it had a version of my piece. One time it was unfortunate. It crashed, and I didn't have a very recent save, and what was recovered wasn't... it was just the image that was on the screen and none of the layers. That was like the best it could do for that instance, which was really unfortunate, but at least I had a piece of it. Yeah, I don't know exactly how what I'm gonna do with the hair back here, but you get the picture. It's messy and unkempt because she's laying on it. That kind of stupid sounding laugh while she's sleeping. Actually, the head, shouldn't the head be actually, the top of the head be larger? Right? Because if the head is the circle like this, no, not really. Does she have, is it parted very strongly? No. It would be like right here is where the part would be if it was. Because I'll indicate that very subtly. Nah, what I had before was better. I'll have to figure out what I want to do with this. Okay, this rose turned out a lot better than I was worried that I wouldn't be able to draw the rose. Like, look how like relaxed, like the hand is like lazily laying there. It's not really gripping or anything. Somehow I made that hand look really, really relaxed. Closer to the scalp is better in this instance. It's because of the perspective, isn't it? Oh, okay, okay. And then I want to make sure, because it's like we're looking at the bottom part of, or the back part of the hair here, you want to make sure we like get some of the lines of the inside. Just a little bit. Just indicate that so I remember what to do. The hair down here is a mess and I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm sure it'll come together when I start actually lining it. And then the blanket. We'll sketch that in here. And how convenient that there's a blanket here. My word. You can like see the form of you can see that there's some legs down here doing something to the blanket. But other than that, I don't want to do it. I don't want to touch that. Oh, it's adorable. How long have I been streaming this? 2.5 hours? If this was just the character alone, I would have been pretty far along. It doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like it's been longer to me because my shoulder hurts like crazy. Not my drawing shoulder either. It's the other shoulder, the one that I'm pressing the buttons on my tablet with because I have to reach farther forward. It's not pressing the buttons is I don't understand. It's just a little bit less comfortable than drawing. Alright, this is good. Let's get another layer and start sketching in the rest of it a little more strongly, and we can get some line art. Right, Right, I probably won't see this part. I'm sorry, guys. I'm always like yapping and second guessing myself. It's probably a little frustrating to hear. It's like, oh man. Such a subtle curve on this. Holy Saint, Holy Spirit. Holy moly. Hang on, I need my reference for this again. So that's curved a little bit, and then the part below is just a straight line across. Which I'll freehand for now, until I get to the actual lining. You can, like, show that this is... like that, give it some form. We won't see the bottom part, but we can, like, sketch that part out. There we go. You can see that it has depth to it. Same with this top part, since we're seeing, like, we're seeing... This I want actually a little lower. Wasn't really thinking when I was drawing this. Because... there is a second... there is the depth to it right there. That I'll have to fix when I line it. Alright, squishy. Squishy mishy. Your ear's gonna be in front of her hair there, but behind the face. Getting squished. Because not all of this rose is going to end up showing through. So it's like this, and then it's like a star out this way. Up to that. Okay, so let's draw on what we would see of Mishy. So Mishy would be like that, and we'd have the paw, or the arm coming out like this. Mishy's paws and the plushes are clenched. Alright, this is a mess here. I think I can probably decipher it if I just hide rows. Yes. Okay. So, we're seeing... Hi, Dusty. Hi, Sleepy Baby Control S's, because he's likely going to come up on my desk here. Coming up here, I'll move this. Come on. Yeah, come on up, baby. There we go. Precious. Aww, into my arm. Alright, guys, stream's over. I can't draw now. I can't draw now. I think there's a few things that I need to sketch now, while the idea of what I want is still fresh in my head. Because when I come back to the sketch, I might lose some of the like where is Mishy's legs going, coming out from between the arms or under the arms, that kind of stuff, that small stuff. Just with this central section, I need to make sure I do it right now, and I think it's just this part. So I'm very close, but I think I'll have to do that part off stream if Dusty decides to sleep here in my arms, which he has gotten very cozy now. He's sunken into my arm. Okay, yeah, he's getting sleepy. He came from under my grandmother's bed. That's where he was before. But, what do you guys think so far? I can hide the sketch references. You think you see the vision? You understand what I'm doing? It was a bit rough and hard to tell, I'm sure, from your perspective as I was getting into it, but now we have a decent outline. We have a Rose sleeping, a gremlin squishing, squishing the Mishy. I hope you guys look forward to its completion. I want to play Trails tomorrow, but I really want to finish this so bad. And I want it to be on stream too. I want you guys to see it come around. Do art tomorrow? Oh, Dusty's crawled off of me. Okay, I'm gonna do this last section because Dusty's laying by my keyboard, which she's gonna screw stuff up. I have what I've saved. I'm just gonna do this last bit here for myself, so I don't forget. Yeah, I might just do art, guys, because I really, really am into this piece right now. So Rose's elbow is pushing this leg down. Need to indicate that better. Yeah, so like this maybe? There we go. That's okay. And then this leg is different here. This one's a little funny. So we'll see Mishy is like this. We'll see this over top of her. Mishy's being squished by her arm. You won't see we'll see Mishy over top of her body, but not her arm. So it'll be like this, Mishy squished. Right? Yeah, like this squished. I guess it'd be like this. It's like being squished here still a little bit, and then it'll... Yeah. And then the leg is coming up from down here. I think this one's really funny here. The foot is mishy foot. Absolutely wrangled in between the arms. I guess we'd see a little bit of mishy down there between the hand and the arm there. And then right here, the top of Mishy's torso. And of course, the head is like being twisted, the neck. There we go. Okay, now I have that drawn in. I don't have to worry about whether that is, whether I know what I was doing or not. Okay. I can leave this till tomorrow. I don't want to risk it with Dusty laying on my desk. This song isn't chill. I don't hear it. I can't hear it. It could be one of the joke songs that Jen was like, put in chill. And I said, doesn't sound chill. He says, put it in anyways. Or, why not? And then I put it in. Why not sub? Is that supposed to be Evil Mishy? Evil Mishy is up here. Is that what you're asking? This is Evil Mishy up here. Hiding under the drape. Evil Mishy's right here. The one getting cuddled? No, it is a combination of regular Mishy. Of regular Mishy here. And this Mishy. Mishy scared running. Just kind of fit the situation that she's strangling it to death. Nah, Evil Mishy is sitting here eating this up, watching regular Mishy get squished. And the penguin's also staring over her. And here's her staff. It's supposed to be her staff, right? Something's going on there. There's a staff. I'm going over this and making sure I remember that it what everything is. I said I was ending stream, but here I am, just finishing off a few couple things that I... What's that look like so far? That's nice. That's readable. Even more so when I add colors and some shading for some depth to a few pieces to it. Let me just flip it. Oh, that's so nice. It doesn't make my eyes go ew when I flip it. That means it's got a decent form. Control S. Let's wrap her up. This will be a several stream endeavor. I think more than 2. I'm sure I think next stream is going to be the rest of the There's like a rough sketch, a soft sketch, and then the hard lining. This is like the soft sketch section. Because I still have to line all this afterwards. Because it's so complicated, I'm doing more steps than I'm used to. Okay. And I should probably plug in my pen to make sure it's charged for next time. Since I've done a few drawing streams without it charging it yet. Ugh. Without charging it. Yeah, the volume of the songs unmodified are so different. Like this song, I can't hear it, and looking at OBS, only some of it's coming through. I didn't change anything here. This is Rose. I'll make an outfit with this one day. Bam. Let's do one more Kiseki-ito. Why not? Before we wrap it up. I'll do put on infinite mode quick. Let's see. So I want to delete what I have in here. And then put like, I don't know, 75. Check. Alright. Gilbert. Male above FC. Old man Rod. Okay. Rod. Rogner. Gerhard Rog. Remember that guy? Ooh. How about Alberea? Helmet Alberea. Oh! Look at that, guys. I'm getting him in 3. Getting him in 2. I'm doing great recently. I didn't know his first name. I just typed in Alberea and their helmet showed up. That was his name. Weapon Zoldot? Was he ever in a Zoldot? Uses his papa? He fought Angie in CS2? Oh. Oh, Gerhard! Oh, I was thinking of a helmet. Gerhard, yeah. Gerhard was in a Zoldot. They 1v1'd. Oh, music changed. That was fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream, folks. A bit shorter, but I'm both worried about Dusty and I'm saving my shoulder. Tomorrow, I wanted to do trails, but I really like the art piece I'm drawing, so I want to continue that instead, guys. So at least it's trails related, so anyone who was expecting trails can be like, I mean, it's not trails like you promised, but I guess it's fine. Those are the reasonable people. Trails and art at the same time. I could just have like the game up in the background and have it spinning. Just eat away at my energy bill because I'm running a game in the background too. Put on a previous font. Yeah, that'd be funny. I'm getting to the point where I should probably sketch a new PNG for the PNG tuber. As we get closer to what I feel like will be not the final design, but at least something. I mean, I kind of have like an idea, like a vibe, based on what I've drawn recently. And the PNG tuber, it'd probably be a different outfit from the 3D model. So the fish story. Put on a fish story in the background, the VOD from Fish Story. There's a lot of people playing Trails today. But we did art. We're gonna raid an art streamer. Is there anyone doing Kiseki in art? Is there anyone doing Trails in art? No. I guess I wouldn't show up either since I don't have the tag for it. Someone's doing Pokemon fan art? That's cute. A Meowth carrying a fish? Luthinari. Let's read that one. That's cute. Thanks for watching today, folks. I appreciate it so much. Hope to see you tomorrow for more art as we finish up the sketch we drew today. Hopefully I get the line work done and that it looks nice with the line work, and then maybe put in base colors. I hope to get further than that, but we'll see how long it takes to get that far. The base sketch is usually the part that takes the longest for me. Getting the form of everything, but once that's done, it's just like put in the lines, get some nice weight line thickness, make sure it's varied, and yada yada. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If I don't see you again, have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Hi, Dusty. Sleepy baby. Thanks for watching, too.